All right, is this the game one?
I don't think so. Maybe. I think they're starting.
All right, well there's kickoff. I figure out how to control this camera.
Sorry, man.
How do I get names on the cars? I accidentally. Oh, there.
Oh, really?
Okay.
I have names on the cars on that, dude. I just have mine on
my
no,
UI is weird.
like self-controlling
Okay.
the camera, but that night
There you go.
looked that nice. Nice little hit.
Google
Roll.
throw it into the corner, line up the center. He's gonna come in.
That's-
Carrot
that's
goes up the
really cool.
aerial, but
Yeah, he's
gonna
off
take the
on,
easy
he's
clear.
off on the
Everybody
zone.
misses. It's fine. Google comes up for the stop. Can't play it off the wall.
Ooh.
Bree misses the clear too. It's all down to just Carrot in the goal.
Oh,
Comes
oh!
up for the gentle tap. It's just sitting there wide
Gotta get
open.
that out of
Bree's
there.
gonna put it in for him. Nope. Catastrophic failure on all counts.
Not a fan of
No.
the-
He's
the
coming
not
back around
coming
for
up
another center.
the aggression on that, but they had tons of time to hit that in.
A lot of side taps there.
You want to be playing it
Google
like
clear it, and there you go. First goal of the game.
Yeah.
What dancer.
Nice one.
Just capitalizing on a completely disorganized and ham-fisted defense on the part of all three of these guys.
Yeah, the defense there was like just uncoordinated, and usually from what I've seen is Bogle plays a lot of defense, or defensively at least, and he's
Yeah,
constantly.
he definitely plays their position 3 and will like come forward to knock it back into the other team's zone if it ever gets cleared out.
It seems like Orange Team is Unnamed Team, right? It's Unnamed Team
Right.
A1, right? Yeah, so
Unnamed
Unnamed
Team
Team
A1.
has Bep there, my boy BEP. He plays like super defensive, while you watch Boogle, he plays like mostly defensive.
Oh
They
no,
move
the
back.
breakaway.
And right there is where you see sometimes the issue with that, where if you're too far up in position like this, you have three
Carrot
people
came
all the
and
way
he
up.
was the last
Yeah.
man behind, and then
Exactly.
he misses it. No one else is there.
One hit
Dude,
and you're just
got
like,
way over aggressive on that one. Google's gonna take the kick. Man, they're
Well, like
pretty
if you
chill
keep
up
one
there.
person back all the time, it's like you don't have as much aggression
don't-
possibilities, but at the same
That's
time, it's
true.
like you're always safe. So if
Yep.
the other team is flubbing shots, then
All right, Google up for a really hard center. We'll put it back into the corner for him.
okay. So now you're seeing A1
Oh,
be a little
Google and
more
Carrot both
defensive.
got the same ball there. That was a little
Yeah.
questionable.
Yeah, you're seeing them play a little more defensive now, moving back a lot sooner, which
Yeah.
is what they should be doing. I think they were just
For
playing
sure.
a little too aggressively early. So that was a nice hit. Ooh, good timing on the knockout.
Oh, good play there from Carrot. Centered up. Freeze there for the shot. Barely made it. Came in a little early.
Yeah, that was a close cut into there.
Whoa.
That was a really nice
Uh-oh.
kickoff for A1. That
Whoa.
was
Whoa.
that was really
All right.
fortunate.
Yeah.
Kickoff. I want to see this again. So you see how the two came up there on each side, and Boogle basically hit on the corner, and like I don't know how to rewind here. I'd like to watch
I don't
it
know.
again,
I don't know if that
the
even
kickoff-
has
kickoff-
if that even exists.
Kickoffs are actually really interesting to me because I
Yeah.
think there's a lot to
It
them.
seems like there's a lot of strategy. It's just
There
really
is.
hard to.
It's hard to react
dig
in
into
time.
it.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's a nice shot.
Two really on point clears from free in a row there.
Yeah, that was good.
That's
Just in
basically a
position
repeat
to
of
just
the
get in
kickoff.
position to get in front of that is good. That's the thing. It's about predict. Like if the other team's going to be able to get to the ball before you, you have to just be able to predict where it's going to be and then get in front of
Yeah.
it like that. But with the kickoff, I think there's a lot of strategy to like what angle specifically you hit it at in turn, like as opposed to what angle the other person's hitting at.
Yeah, it's a little
If
bit
you
of a
can
rock
react.
paper scissors.
Yeah.
Like your angle
There's
versus their
luck to it
angle
involved
add together
too,
to get
like-
to get it to go somewhere.
Yeah.
But
And
with,
then
like,
there's luck to it involved too, because it can just bounce off the other person and
milliseconds
stuff
of
like
timing
that.
involved in there too. All right, Carrot.
there's
you
a
got
lot of-
position, bud.
Yeah.
Carrot.
And then centered.
All right.
That's a dangerous way to try to hit it, but fortunately there wasn't a lot of aggressive play going on from Unnamed Team there. to really force the ball in after the center. But that's one thing that's always like you have to be careful of, but it's hard not to do. It's not like it's something that's like an egregious thing to do, because just when you're trying to get the ball out of the way, like you're not always going to be in perfect position, and just trying to get it out, like accidentally centering it on yourself is like, it just happens. Yeah, like right there, like TK 4-1, like there, like it's kind of unfortunate, like he kind of gave Free the shot, but like it's kind of unfortunate, you know? It's kind of unfortunate how it worked out like that, because he was trying to bounce it off the wall for a clear, and then it bounced back down. And sometimes I think that aspect of the game, this game, can be so difficult to read.
Oh no.
That was just a shot. There's no more to that. That Lucker dog right there.
I don't know if that's Lucker dog.
He's
That's
angling,
the
he's
third-
angling it
that's
good.
the third time this game that he's done almost exactly that.
He's angling it good, but like it's a little bit. There's always a little bit of luck with those long angled shots, just because like you can never be 100% on those angles in this game. Like unless you're a human protractor, it's like it's so hard to read the angles a lot of times and how the ball is going to go specifically.
Hope you get it. And,
oh, the aerial.
I mean, team consistency.
Oh.
Yeah, not quite powerful enough aerial there, but it's a good attempt.
There's a good positioning from TK to be in front of that. Nice, nice small aerial from Free there. Oh, and then playing it over. Oh, and then Free and Carrot both whip. But oh, good knockup. That was a really good knockup right there. Yeah, that's a good way to salvage it right there. After they missed the shot, but he goes up, and BEP tries to bicycle hit it back, but Free manages to block.
Time.
Yeah, exactly. Manages to block it, so it just goes up, and is a really nice up air.
We've seen this kickoff before.
A1 had a bit of a rough start, but they've seemed to be pulling it together here.
All right, Carrot's made it back.
That's a good center. Oh, nice. That was a nice center. Nice center.
Too far behind for it to matter, unfortunately.
No, yeah, it's a little too late, but it's good things to, it's good things to be working on, and it's good signs for the later, because this is a best of 5, right? So for the later
absolutely
series,
it's got what it takes to run a quick breakaway. Yep. They just gotta step up their goaltending so that they don't give these long shots to Free. Oh, well, that looked bad. The last second there, but as I always say, don't argue with results.
Yeah, I think the early game, the movement from A1 was a little overly aggressive, and their defensive positioning wasn't great, but they kind of re-coordinated to get it better. And I kind of want to see a little more aggression from Nameless Team, or Unnamed Team rather. Sorry, I want to see a little more aggression in when they play the ball up. They're tending to have someone sit back close to the goal a little too much, and I think just sitting in the goal is like not a great strategy. Most of the time, ooh, that was close. Most of
also close.
That was a nice, and yeah, him coming up for that though was the reason he managed to get it up. Like if he was just sitting back waiting for the shot,
there though.
Just sitting back in the goal waiting for the shot is almost never effective. You want to be in position to be able to clear it before the ball even gets to the goal.
Yeah, you want to get, if you get out of the goal, then you cut off a wider angle. You just have to be able to predict how they're going to hit the ball.
Yeah.
Oh man, Free went up for an aerial and that collision in midfield.
Knocking it across the field.
You can just hear the comms right now. Free is just spouting.
Oh.
Web Dancer, predictive block, but Carrot puts the angle around him.
That was kind of a tough landing one there.
Yeah.
Yeah, right there, I think you just have to go for area, like boost yourself up a little bit backward and try to.
Yeah, you have to use the boost so you can actually push it. Even
kind
if
of
you don't hit
awkward.
it out very far, you just got to move it for that person coming in to take the shot. He doesn't get the hit.
You know.
Oh, that was a weak hit. Web dancer setting up, pass to Bep. Everything's cool. Having a real hard time actually getting a good clear out.
Ooh.
Oh, Boogle.
Just barely
that
missing.
That
from
came off
Google
really.
there. But you see how even so, like, yeah, he missed that, but even so, you see how A1 is moving, like cycling their players, where Google,
All
while
right.
he was playing defense, moves up to try to score,
He
and he missed.
will,
But
he can identify an opportunity to that when he
Yeah.
can capitalize on moving forward.
yeah, and that's what you want for sure. Okay, so that's a good split there from Unnamed Team,
Ooh, the setup,
but
but they've got
yeah, I think that was a good
TK just
split. Yeah, I think
just
he should
playing
have
it
been
safe
playing a
back
little
there.
more up. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good split though. That's the kind of split that you really want, is where you want one person who's playing it up, then you have someone shortly like behind them, and then you have someone who's kind of like in
Deep.
center field
Catch
slash
clear.
like able to move back to defense.
Yeah. Oh, camera, please.
Oh,
Okay.
Free going for the aerial and the fancy aerial, and Boogle just putting it in. The fundamentals right there. Solid ground game.
Three going up,
Yeah.
gets the push.
It's not, yeah,
Eh,
not a lot accomplished by that aerial. Kind of hovered there in on their side, which is actually a little dangerous if Unnamed Team were able to get to it. I'm not seeing.
I'm not liking
players
what.
go up in the air that much.
Yeah, they're.
Which
You're just exposing yourself to more risk than needed if your opponents aren't also going for those same risks.
so A1 is a team like Free he likes to make aerial plays. He likes to go up for the ball,
Yeah.
and it's dangerous to be against a team that has somebody that's going for those aerial plays if you also aren't going for those.
Uh-oh.
That was a nice hit from Google.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little unfortunate center setup there, hovering the ball there, and
I feel like Webb
just missed
was
the
in the
bounce.
right in the right place for that. Just was like missing half a second of reorientation from having to slide into the goal.
Mhm. But yeah, it's almost like once you have somebody,
Uh-oh.
and yeah, there's not too much to say about that one.
Well,
That's a
I've
good-
been in Web
that's a
dancer's
good,
position there before, where you're just like completely choked after realizing you're in the wrong position. And instead of
Yeah,
just
it's hard to
making the
readjust.
call for
That's the
somebody
thing.
else
When
to
you're
come
close
forward
to
to
the
hit that.
ball. When you're close to the ball, it's so hard to readjust to be able to hit it before someone else is gonna, because you have no momentum and you can't really turn on a dime super well. So it's like, oh, I like that
Yeah.
bicycle hit. Think of that bicycle hit in a vacuum. I like it.
Right. Whoa. That's a classic aerial.
Triple
Classic.
classic triple whiff on the ball. Okay, so this is good positioning here for
Yeah,
our main team to get something.
Well, it was.
Again,
For a
again
moment.
with like the positioning setup, like I want to see somebody towards center field ready to push the ball in.
So
like,
here,
come up and
TK is sort of, was going to take center
yeah.
with Web dancer on the side, but then they just changed their minds about who needs to go where. All falling apart.
I think it's just one of those things that like that sort of stuff is accomplished from just like playing with people a lot, and you sort of figure out your own roles as it goes. And I don't know that much about Unnamed Team. I do know that A1 they play with each other a lot, like outside of just this environment, like the league environment, and
Absolutely.
they
Oh, wow.
clearly have a lot of synergy with how they're positioned. And since a game like Rocket League, like verbal communication can be difficult because of how fast the game moves and how reactive it is, you kind of just need like a latent synergy there, you know what I mean, to accomplish solid teamwork.
Yeah, can't work it out.
And like
And of
I'm
course,
seeing
there's
it,
just
I am
one
seeing
series.
like good teamwork from Unnamed Team to extents, but but I think it's just like there's not quite as much synergy there, and it
It's
goes a
not,
long way.
yeah, they're not showing much consistency in that teamwork. Occasionally they'll get it right, and then occasionally it's just not there at all.
Yeah.
Which isn't to say that A1 has it all there, because they definitely didn't have it there for the first couple goals of that first game.
Yeah, that's that's where you can see the difference in like where
But once they put it on,
the teamwork
have their
aspect is coming in.
yeah.
Yeah. It's just about paying attention to where your other teammates are, and being able to then work the ball as well on top of that. And like an aspect of the game, I think, is like I like to see people playing confidently. And I think playing confidently is really important in a game like this, because the way the ball works is just you're not gonna hit it. Like every time you go for a shot, you're not gonna get a perfect hit. You're gonna whiff a lot. You're not gonna get perfect shots. Look like Google DC or something. You're not gonna get perfect shots and things like that. But it's one of those things like, oh, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take, which is like a dumb quote, I think, because like, yeah, obviously, it's like I think it's one of the most overrated quotes ever, but it applies in Rocket League.
For sure.
Because of the
Rocket League
fact
is
that
hard.
you also miss a ton of the shots you do take, but if you're not playing confident enough to go for a lot of shots, then
You don't get a chance to improve your skills to
Right.
make better shots over a long.
And also, since the case is, even if you are good, I've seen like master players who miss, who just whiff, because it's just the nature of the game. Like I was saying before, like no one's a human protractor. No one has a physical protractor they're holding up to the screen. You're not going to get it perfect every time. But if you're not going for a large number of attempts, then those few attempts you make that whiff are just that more hurtful.
That much more catastrophic. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Although,
well, when you're playing aggressive and you have ball control, then yeah, you're probably going to find a lot more success. It seems to me, one thing I've noticed is that Unnamed Team, at each kickoff, they have a tendency to send 2 players up almost every time.
That's one
which I
thing
think
I was
most of
starting
the
to
time
notice,
is a
like,
mistake. I think it's better.
Yeah, and
yeah, sometimes there is good strategy in sending 2 people up because you can cover like double angles, but the problem is you miss early boost on one person that you could otherwise get. So when you have 2 people going up, you have to use your boost to get to the ball in time. So not only are you draining all your boost on one person, but that other person could also at the same time be going for a boost pickup and then be more like you see Free right there. He just backs up, picks up boost. Yeah, and they have no boost.
Just kind of sitting dry.
Exactly, yeah.
And it's a 1 versus 2 scenario for the next 4 or 5 seconds.
Right.
Now all 3 of Unnamed are over there on the wall. Nobody is in a defensive position for a moment. Didn't get punished that time. Now they have their positions figured out. They're gonna come back and cover the goal while Webb goes up. That's good.
Yeah, it's a good take over Boogle there.
Oh, then it's a bad whiff though.
And yeah, no one's in position back. Yeah, and then that's in. I must say, your voice quality is coming through really, really excellently there, Captain. It's so crisp, it's so clean, it's so clear. No crackles, nothing like that. What other crisp, clean, crackleless? What other C word could encompass all three of these things? Perhaps it's curse voice.
Perhaps it is. I'll leave that as an exercise for the listener to find out. No, I won't. It's actually just curse voice. Maybe I'm born with it.
Good loop around the wall from free there. Nice maneuver to get it over people.
Man, Carrot just stole that from free.
Yeah, I think a big aspect of this game, I think that A1's like ground ball control game has been better in like their defensive play. You haven't seen that much defensive play because they've been playing very aggressive, and they've generally had ball control for most of the
yeah, they've been just more consistent on achieving what they want when they go in for any kind of shot, really.
And then also...
which allows them to just keep it in offensive territory.
Right, and then the other factor of, like, you have free... Oh, that could have been a nice shot. You have free also going for those aerial hits, adds kind of another dimension to the playing field. That
yeah, nobody on Unnamed is really
playing.
Covering that angle.
Right.
Well, there you go.
And as we say that,
spoke a little too soon. I mean,
yeah, nice little hit from Web Dancer.
That was a small aerial, but
yeah, that's
pretty
nice.
Good.
It's a nice way to get it over people. Just being able to control.
Piled up all three of them on that one ball, though. They almost got punished for that.
Using small aerials to take ball control from the other team when you're playing aggressively is super important because you're able to play it over them.
You only need to get there like a quarter of a second before they do.
Right, like you see that right there from Google, is able to get to it slightly sooner.
A lot of that previous goal was just the positions on Unnamed Team just breaking down, all three of them going for the ball simultaneously, like you see there. Like I mean, they probably see the writing on the wall by this point, but
well, I think there's like an extent where you need to kind of have faith in your, like if someone is
going for a ride.
Yeah, if someone's in position to play the defense, you kind of want to just let them try to do that and be in position to follow up their save if you can, instead of trying to like just create a defensive wall.
Oh, Bep. Oh. Bep just jumped expecting a shot there, I think, and then was completely helpless to...
Yeah, that's one of those things where like you're almost damned by being predictive, by playing predictively, where that happens to me a lot too. Like I try to predict somebody to go for it and they either delay their shot or they whiff, and then it's like you kind of just end up jumping for nothing. A good hit off the wall there.
Yeah.
Google in position to clear though. Oh, almost got to it for that save.
Yeah, he almost stuck that one too, but he's going pretty fast.
Yeah. Ooh,
oh,
that's brutal.
And
there's like the kickoff thing again, where not only did they have two people going up for the kickoff, but they also just lost the kickoff on top of that, and then you're not.
And then the third time around, two of them went for the same ball in the corner. Whiff or not, two people going for the same ball is always a mistake. Nice little dribble from 3 there. And, whoa. Just ride it in.
Yeah, just really relentless aggression from A1 coming in. At
All
this
3
point.
of them just there to drive it home.
Yeah, I mean, they're not even really playing defensive at this point because they have nothing left to lose. Or rather, there's no way they can lose in 12 seconds.
Well, no.
I mean, I guess it's technically possible, but... yeah.
But we have watched 3 games of this.
Right. Well, so there's the victory for A1, right? That's the end of the series, I believe.
Yeah, that
3-0.
that should be it. I don't think it's...
Pretty one-sided for most of the series. Some early on, some decent showing from Unnamed Team when A1 were playing a little uncoordinated and
a little. Well, we could say a lot.
Yeah,
a lot
I
uncoordinated.
guess, but that's not the takeaway from.
No, that definitely didn't say much about the way the series went after that.